Hi everyone, today we are talking with one of my favorite Austinites, Ms. Allison Miller. Alli, thank you so much for being here and agreeing to be on my Meet My STEM Army series.
Me too, I'm excited.
I'm so happy to actually interview you for a change. I'm usually in that chair, you usually are in this chair. This is going to be great.
No, this is not good.
It's good. It's going to be so good. I'm so excited. For those of you who don't know her, Alli is a 2-time Emmy award-winning anchor that currently works at CBS Austin. She anchors CBS Austin This Morning weekdays from 4:30 to 7 a.m. 4:30 a.m. So early. I know. You're amazing, girl. But the reason I've actually asked her to join me today is because she has a degree in atmospheric science and is part of the National Weather Association. But before I get into all of that, please, Alli, tell me about yourself. Who are you and where are you from?
Oh my gosh, who am I? Where do I start? I'm from this tiny little town called Phoenix, Arizona, born and raised. I actually grew up as a dancer. So I went to an art school but I always had a love for science. And so when I got to college, I wanted to go into meteorology. That's a whole other story that you can ask me about. But it's a lot like dance. There's a lot of moving parts. It's a lot of storytelling for the job I do. And so, then I ended up in Austin. I live here in Austin with my family, my 2 kids, and got into the news biz somehow. And I wake up at 2 a.m. in the morning to go into work.
I cannot believe you do that. That is so early. Are you enjoying the fact that everybody is staying at home and you still have to go into work and get up early?
It is kind of a nice break that I get to get out of the house a little bit, especially with kids.
Well, we talked about your meteorology background. So when did you actually determine your passion for STEM? Like, how did you know meteorology was what you wanted to pursue?
Yeah, I guess I kind of have an interesting story because I wasn't the kid that saw a tornado and just wanted to be a meteorologist. I mean, I grew up in Phoenix. We have a few thunderstorms and dust storms. That's about it. I actually wanted to be a pilot in the Air Force, like my dad. Yeah, so I was planning on going to Embry-Riddle, which is an engineering and flight school. And I took some flight classes, and that's kind of how my love for meteorology started, because you do have to know quite a bit about weather to fly. Obviously, you're flying in it. And so when I got to college, I started a mechanical engineering degree with the idea that I'd go into something about like aerospace. I was the only girl in my class. It was really overwhelming, and I really had no idea what I would be doing in real life, right? I was taking all these classes, learning all this math, but I had no idea exactly how I would be implementing it. So it was just crazy. Anyway, I ended up getting into a meteorology class, and I loved my professor, and he showed me exactly how I would be doing this as a career. And there were other girls in the class, believe it or not. And so I fell in love with that. And then my favorite part, which I didn't know what I was going to do. I thought I was just going to work for the National Weather Service. That's really the only career I knew what meteorologists did. But we had a meteorologist from one of the news stations come talk to us and got an internship at a news station. And I fell in love with the fact that I could do science every day, do this storytelling and kind of dance on the green screen to get that dance background that I grew up with. And then for me, I loved that I could still, dress up and put on makeup. I really thought that as a scientist, it was either I had to do science or I could dress up and look good. I really honestly thought that those two did not go together, and I'm sure you kind of felt that way too. And it was really awesome to be able to dress up and look pretty and then rock the science world.
Well, tell me about that. What is your former career like as a meteorologist, and how do you actually use STEM in your current career as an anchor?
Yeah, it was crazy. I love doing weather every day. I'd come into the station and we'd look at all the different weather models. We have to look at the atmosphere basically from the ground all the way up, 30,000 feet in the sky to figure out what's happening. So, and then we'd figure out how to tell that story to everyone that was watching. And that was a lot of fun. So then when I transitioned to an anchor role, I don't do weather as much. I still do it sometimes because obviously your love for science never leaves. But now I get to tell all these awesome stories of all the other scientists that are out there, like Kate the Chemist, and doing all and all the fun explosions and school talks and everything you do. I get to highlight, researchers that are coming up with new robots, and scientists finding, the first pictures of the black hole and discovering new species of dinosaurs. So I really have the pleasure of getting to share with the world all our awesome STEM Army peeps that are out there.
That's so wonderful. I'm really jealous about that, because you honestly do get to talk to all the superheroes out there, the super nerdy scientists, and highlight all their research and everything that they're doing. That's so incredible. So with that perspective, how do you think STEM can change or save the world?
How do you think STEM can change the world? It should be STEM is changing the world. It really is. I mean, science is in you look around and science has a piece of every single thing you do, every single thing you touch. It's really incredible. Even where I work at the station, we have audio engineers, we have directors, we have our engineering team. So it's everywhere. It is changing the world. Case in point with the pandemic. I mean, oh my gosh. The coronavirus, scientists are going to solve the coronavirus. They're going to save us.
The scientists, our medical personnel, our engineers, I mean, it's everybody coming together, people in the infectious disease world. I mean, everybody's coming together. It's such a crazy thing. So let's switch over to a lighter topic. Let's end on a lighter note. If you had to be, or if you were a chemical element, which one would you be?
This is so difficult because, I mean, you'd think I'd say something like mercury, right? Because it's thermometers. And it's cool. I mean, liquid metal, that's just cool. But I was doing my research, and I think curium, am I saying that right?
Yeah, you are.
It's dangerous, which is kind of cool, radioactive. And I love the fact that it glows in the dark.
Yeah. Alli.
From a safe distance.
I love that. No one's ever given me that answer before. Oh, I love it. Yes. Okay, awesome. You're so creative. I have to admit, I was guessing you were going to say mercury. So I'm proud of myself that I was able to guess that, but you threw me an extra one. So, well, everybody, this is Allison Miller, if we're going to be a professional name. And thank you so much, Alli, for joining me. She's an incredible, wonderful person on my STEM Army, and I really appreciate your friendship and the fact that you are here in Austin surviving this with me together.
Yes, we're all going to survive it together.
We're all going to survive together. Well, thank you so much. Have a good one.
Thanks, Kate.
Bye.